What if the real power you have right now isn't in what you do, but in what you focus on? Hey, all, this is the collective energy reading for March 2nd through 10th, Brother Earth. The message that came first through with this card, Brother Earth, is we have the power to perceive. I'm Stephanie. I'm an intuitive energy reader, and each week I pull one tarot card to tune into the collective energy that we're moving through, and then explore how we as individuals, we can consciously work with the energy for more awareness and ease. Okay, let's get into this Brother Earth card. We are guided and we are guiding. The idea that we are in control of our lives is coming up for us to understand, to debate, and to have a relationship with. Have a relationship with the actual concept of that, right? Are we in control of our lives? And this card is asking deeper questions as to the role we play in our lives as individuals, but also our role as a collective being, not just humans, but all of it, the freshness of it, the expansiveness of it, the beyond what we can even ever know and comprehend of it. Where are we is the big question here. And this card shows us some really simplistic symbolism. Let's walk through it a bit. Brother Earth. So we have the Earth in this tarot deck, which is equivalent to the Pentacles, things of the physical, and how spirit manifests, how it creates, and the culmination of its creation, the relationship and result of the interaction of spirit and matter, whether that's our individual spirit energetics underneath all things, the energetics of spirits which are beyond our ability to see, that exist in the realms that live on this earth that we cannot see, and the energetics of other dimensions or our physical pieces here in the concrete reality, whether that's ideas, structures, patterns, or physical things like food, houses, water, books, clothes, bodies, the real dense structures, right? Physical matter. And the Brother is equivalent to the Page in the more traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The Brother shows that this is a learning phase. This is a finding out phase. This is a wow, what is that? What is that? What is this phase? And as a collective, we can look at this phase as curious and interesting and mysterious, or we can look at it from the lens of, oh no, I don't know yet, and the insecurity of it, right? When we don't know something, or we don't understand it yet fully, when we haven't learned something fully, when we're just in the beginning phase of learning something, or even in the middle phase of learning something, we can feel frustrated and lost and powerless and not in control, right? Because we aren't fully in the knowing of something. And that's okay. We never truly are, right? And it's a choice that we get to make. Do we want to be in the mystery and the learning phase, or do we have to know? And as a collective, we have to know, right? We have this desire to know, and the desire to feel secure, desire to not get shaken up, the desire to be like, okay, I got all this figured out and I'm secure here. I'm in my house, I have my family, I have my job, etc., right? But in the outside world, as a collective, we know now, we are sure now that all of this is not sure. It's not certain. It is breaking down, and we can choose. Do we want to only live in the fear of that, or do we want to live in the possibility? And this is the real question here. Of course, it's totally okay to feel the fear. It's okay to be in fear. Absolutely. This is what is going around, and these are intense times. But to stay and live a majority in there is a choice point. And as a collective, we get to choose that. Do we want to live a majority in the fear, or do we want to live a majority in the possibilities? And that's what this card, Brother Earth, is really about. How can we bring our learning and growth into the physical reality, right into the breakdown, into the uncertainty, into the growth? Growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. How can we bring light and possibility and curiosity into the uncertain times that we have here? And this does not come lightly at all. This is a challenging task, but this is the task that we are faced with as a collective. And again, this card, we pulled it a few weeks ago, and it really does signify our ability to connect with something more, Our ability to understand ourselves as light beings, that we are from something else, and we inhabit these bodies, and we are energies and spirits manifested in the physical. We have been manifested. We have manifested ourselves into this physical body, into this physical being, into this physical reality, and to really acknowledge that. And to acknowledge that this physical body is not all that we are. This physical collective is not all that we are. This outside destruction and corruption and societal systems are not all that we are. We are really light beings. And so this card really is about acknowledging our power and ability to create and manifest on physical earth in more solid structures and what contributes to that. Our power is not in the doing. Our power is the awareness of this. So the awareness of where our attention is going, how and where our attention is staying, how much time are we focusing on certain things, and do those contribute to the change that we want to see, the creations that we want to see manifest. And to really look at this, because this is the power we have. And for so long, the power has been in the doing as humans, right? And our power is not in the doing necessarily. It's where our focus, awareness, and attention are. Where are we spending that? Creation and manifestation and denseness comes from repetitive attention and focus on something energetically. Let me repeat that. Creation and manifestation and denseness comes from repetitive attention and focus on something energetically. And this is where our awareness is expanding, allowing us to see now that our repetitive thoughts, our fears, the energies lying beneath the surface of our doing, like why do we do the things that we do, is the energy that will eventually manifest into the physical reality, that which will become dense matter. And so knowing that now, where would you like to focus? Knowing that now, does it make sense that focusing on all of the horrors and the yucky feelings and the fear that we are being faced with currently, focusing on that for a majority of our day is actually creating more of that energetic fear and that vibration inside of ourselves, in our thoughts and in our dreams and in our awareness? That's the underpinning. That is the vibration that will be underneath the decisions that we make and the thoughts that we have and the things that we do during our day if our focus is constantly on that. And here we are, the Brother Earth. We have a choice. We have a choice. This is the Aries here, the symbol Aries and Taurus, where we have the choice to take our power, which is our awareness and attention, and focus it on something. Just practicing focusing on something else, practicing a different vibration, practicing joy, practicing staring at a tree, practicing spending more time with our animals, practicing and extracting ourselves from the noise, which is the outside, and practicing a vibration underneath our own selves that is different and calm and soft and is love. This is the power we have. This is the power that we are being asked to step into now. And we look at this card, just look at this. This is us stepping into this beautiful, beautiful golden light that we are. Golden light beings manifest. We manifested ourselves into these bodies. Don't think anything else, because we did do that based on our desire and creation to be human. And here we are. What are we going to do with this now? So how do we tap into this card as individuals? Okay, here's one practice here that we have now, which is to pay attention to ourselves internally and ask this question every day, if not multiple times a day. What are my current energetic vibrations underneath the surface? And listening to this question, just me saying that, you might go, how do I know that? How do I even know that? Well, how you begin to know it is just by starting to ask that of yourself. And you might not know it right away. You might not have very much awareness about where your attention has been or what your energetic vibration has been. But when you start asking, you start being shown, especially when it comes to energy. It's very easy. And so you can do this while you're walking around during your day, or you can drop into a quiet meditation and you can close your eyes and ask yourself this in the morning. or before you go to bed. And here's where you're going to really see it. If you haven't spent some time in meditation, or you haven't dropped into any kind of energetic awareness or internal awareness, here is a good practice for you. After you spend some time interacting with the news or social media or your phone, or a conversation you have had with somebody about the state of the world, etc., take a moment after, or even during if you're aware enough, to ask yourself this: what are my current energetic vibrations underneath the surface here? And you're going to pay attention. Most likely, after you've interacted with the news or your phone, it's going to be a nervousness or anxiety. But that is all equivalent to fear, right? There are really only two ways to go about this: fear or love and calm. So most of our reactions from the external world are from a place of fear. But when we interact with the external world from a place of awareness and intention, we are actually interfacing and interacting with it. We're not just reacting with it. So the interaction can be one of ease, can be one of curiosity, can be one of openness. And this is where we have to pay really good attention. Are we reacting or are we interacting? Are we reacting with the world, with our lives, with the events? Or are we interacting with our lives, interacting with the world, interacting with the events, interacting with the people? That gives us power. That gives us the vibration of power, and not in a control, like I have to do it my way kind of power, but in sovereignty, in our ability to be able to navigate this world and not just be a pawn in the game, correct? Okay, everybody, I'm wishing all of you lots and lots and lots of love in these times. This is a perfect time if you really want to understand a little bit about the energetics I'm talking about here with this card specifically, to drop into a meditation space that I hold every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube. It's live, it's guided, about 20 to 30 minute space, just to pause, go inward, and get quiet together. I know how overwhelming all the noises and stimulation can feel. I'm really feeling it too, and this is my commitment to grounding into something real. And you're warmly invited to join me. It's completely free, and you do not have to have any meditation experience. And if you can't make it live, the replay is always available. So it's right here on YouTube. You could subscribe and sign up for the alerts so that you don't forget. This is a great place to land, especially in these times when we're feeling so inundated. It's an intentional reprieve, and it's an intentional awareness. It's an intention of taking this card, Brother Earth, and really dropping into that, dropping in everything I just talked about. Okay, have a great week, everybody, and I will see you next week.